All right. Hello, everybody. It's me, Jesse Krieger, founder and publisher of Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Press. We are the publisher for the passionate, and we are live. We've got people live here. We're streaming through the Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Press Facebook page. Please drop a quick comment or let me know that you can see me and hear me before we jump in. And then I am excited to share and preview our fall 2018 releases. My team and I have been working around the clock to prepare some amazing books to share with you, and that is the focus of this presentation. So for the most part here, I wanted to turn my video on and just say hey to everybody, let you know that I'm here, and I'm super excited to share these books with you. And now I'm going to pop this off, and you should be able to see just the screen that has a picture of me and Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Press on it. And what we're going to do on this presentation is walk through our fall 2018 book release schedule. We've got 12 books coming out this fall, and I'm super excited about all of them and look forward to sharing with you here and perhaps even hearing from some of the authors that we have the pleasure of publishing this fall. So with no further ado, here it is, the first unveiling of the fall 2018 publishing catalog. We've got Inside by Sarah Broussard coming out next Tuesday, August 7th, The Wealth Coach by Bradley J. Sugars on August 14th, Hawaiian Rebirth by Yves Nager on October 2nd, Arteries in Harmony by Dr. Anthony Patouliakis on October 9th, Superhuman Entrepreneur by Dr. Isaac Jones and Dr. Matthew Accurso on November 27th, Let Go by Torben Riff on October 23rd, Work Like an Immigrant by Carlos Siqueira on October 30th, Scorned, Torn, and Reborn by Rebecca Donovan on November 8th, and then Creating Community Wherever You Are by Deanna Nakastine, November 13th. Next, The Unexpected Journeys of Lawrence Tyrone by A.K. Blackman on November 21st. Lily Barlow by Carla Vergat on December 4th. And last but certainly not least, Working Mother's GPS by Atara Malak on December 6th to close the year out strong. So let's look at them. Coming out next week on August 7th, we've got Inside by Sarah Broussard. This is a guide to the resources within to stay connected to your truth, even in trying times. And this book itself contains 40 individual self-care practices to reset, rebalance, and revitalize your life. And in fact, the foreword for Inside is written by best-selling author of Clean Food, Terry Walters. And Inside, I just actually wrapped up an interview with Sarah Broussard just before starting this presentation. She's a wonderful lady, very engaged in self-care work, both her own and also with individuals, as well as in corporate environments, to help people slow down, tune into what's really going on, even in trying times, and stay connected to their truth to continue moving forward down that path. So be sure to check out Inside next week. We've got a lot more to share on this exciting book, including the full interview I just conducted with Sarah in the coming days. Then we've got The Wealth Coach by Bradley J. Sugars. Bradley Sugars is actually the founder of Action Coach, one of the largest business coaching businesses in the world, with franchises and offices in over 30 countries. The Wealth Coach itself is one of the books I'm really excited about because it's a business fiction title, if you will. In other words, it's the story of building wealth over time as told in a fictional but highly believable storyline. The quick synopsis there is, a mother with twins, 16-year-old son and daughter, is married to a wealthy man, but they're kind of distant, and all of a sudden he passes away. They find out they had much less money than they actually thought. A chance encounter puts them in touch with the Wealth Coach, who takes the family under his wing and teaches them wealth building principles over what actually spans decades in the course of the book. So this is an easy read for people of any age group from 12 or 13 up to help instill wealth principles in a fun, easy to read book. So that's The Wealth Coach, coming out August 14th in just a couple weeks. So look forward to sharing more on that with you soon. Followed soon thereafter, a little bit of a break in September, but then on October 2nd, we have Hawaiian Rebirth by Yves Nager coming out. And indeed, I just finished an interview with Yves as well, where we really dove into both his own rebirth experience that took place in the beautiful islands of Hawaii, and in Kauai in particular. And as you can see here, even on the cover, we've got the Nepali coast and the Kalalau Valley, if you're familiar with that part of the world. Interestingly, as we talked about in our interview, from the time that we began working on the book, a lot's happened in Hawaii. You could actually say Hawaii itself is in a period of rebirth. If you've been following the volcanoes, the eruptions, as we mentioned in our interview, which you'll hear in a separate broadcast, I was planning on flying to Kauai, and at the day before I was supposed to leave, the entire North Shore flooded. In fact, the place I was going, Hanalei, was underwater. So took that as a symbol to change my visit to Hawaii for a future date. And in the process, I've now completed a fantastic book, which really is questions, stories, and strategies to guide you to your life's purpose. We're honored to have a foreword by Chris Atwood for Hawaiian Rebirth. That name may sound familiar if you've read the New York Times bestselling book, The Passion Test. So Yves has been a friend with Chris and has collaborated on a previous book project with the Passion Test team, and look forward to sharing this wonderful book with you on October 2nd. Next up, we've got Arteries in Harmony, coming out October 9th by Dr. Anthony Patouliakis. This book's all about defending our arteries, protecting our lives, and preserving our happiness in the era of obesity and diabetes. And look, if we're honest, we are in an era of obesity and diabetes, at least here in the United States. It doesn't take going too far from your front door to observe this firsthand. So in Arteries in Harmony, we have a comprehensive approach to both continue enjoying life while also protecting arterial health, defending your arteries, thereby preventing and helping to heal, in some cases, the onset of diabetes, as well as certainly preventing obesity. So take a look at Arteries in Harmony, coming out October 9th. Then we've got, actually jumping a little ahead, on November 27th, Superhuman Entrepreneur, High Performance Evolved. This is by Dr. Isaac Jones and Dr. Matthew Accurso. And this book is the result of, one, Superhuman Entrepreneur has been a podcast that you may or may not have tuned into, of which Dr. Matthew Accurso is the host. Dr. Isaac Jones runs Elevase, and they combined work with celebrities, athletes, you name it, to reach new levels of high performance through epigenomics, blood testing, prescribing certain courses of action specific to your particular condition, and really driving down on what those superhuman mindsets are that ultimately let you discover, optimize, and excel towards your highest and sustained levels of performance. So definitely a book to check out for anybody interested in accomplishing more with less effort. Beyond that, we've got Let Go by Torben Riff, Conquer Your Fear Without Quitting. Torben is coming on a book tour throughout the Southwest United States. He's originally from Denmark and has been teaching seminars and retreats and workshops throughout Europe. He himself is also one of the leading and foremost experts in the world on a specific type of Tai Chi. So you will get the benefit of learning a little bit about Wudong Tai Chi Chuan, as well as strategies to help you conquer your own fear without quitting. And Torben has a lot to share on that in terms of, overcoming tendencies of being a people pleaser or doing things that only bring attention to yourself and ultimately self-sabotaging your chances for success. These are ways to conquer and move beyond your fear without giving up, throwing in the towel, quitting, or tapping out. So look for Let Go on October 23rd, and then Torben will be on his tour throughout the Southwest United States throughout the month of November. More information on that forthcoming. The primary cities he'll be visiting are Las Vegas, San Diego, and Los Angeles. Next up, we've got Work Like an Immigrant by my man Carlos Sequeira. 9 keys to unlock your potential, attain true fulfillment, and build your legacy today, not tomorrow, as you can see it crossed out. Carlos is a passionate man, a father of a remarkable daughter and a remarkable husband himself. He works with people who in turn speak on stage and are very visible in the industry. And he himself has been on stage with Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, you name it, working with high performance coaches and all manner of other people that are in fact experts and thought leaders themselves. So he's sort of the mentor's mentor, if you will. So Carlos Sequeira in Work Like an Immigrant shares his almost unbelievable story of growing up in the slums of Brazil, dodging bullets, trying to protect his family, eventually emigrating to the United States and making over $1 million in his 20s by selling cable door to door in what he himself calls the ghetto, where he basically recruited people and gang members and whatnot to make money legally selling cable, and has an incredible story around that. That all led him to his position today, inspiring people around the world from stages and online. And that's Work Like an Immigrant by Carlos Sequeira, coming out October 30th, just in time for Halloween. On the other side of that, we've got Scorned, Torn, and Reborn by Rebecca Donovan, ending a marriage with integrity and expanding into your better, happier life. And Rebecca Donovan would know. She herself went through a divorce that was not of her choosing, and the resulting fallout and all the questioning and hurt and heartache that would come with such a thing. And hence the scorned and torn, but more importantly, reborn into her new, better self, reborn even into her new identity, which she talks about, shedding the last name of somebody who you're married with and re-emerging as yourself. And so ultimately, this is a book for anybody who has had a marriage end without them being the one instigating it, but also for people that have had a divorce no matter what, to help find a better way forward with your life on the other side of that life-altering situation. Next up, we've got Creating Community Wherever You Are, coming out November 13th by Deanna Nakastine. And Deanna is a lovely lady who has lived in what she calls an intentional community for the past many decades. An intentional community basically being a physical place where 15, 20, 30, 50 people come together and basically set up the different living arrangements that they all need cooperatively and in community. So cooking food, preparing meals, handling the house, handling other responsibilities, such that you have a larger community of people all coexisting in one space harmoniously. In this book, Creating Community Wherever You Are, you will learn how to create community. And she offers such suggestions as tearing down fences in between property lines, expanding and modifying your own neighborhood living configurations to create more community and interaction, and even down to personal daily choices on how you can create more community wherever you are with whoever you're with. Up next, we've got The Unexpected Journeys of Lawrence Tyrone. And this is actually a fiction title. A handful of the releases we've got coming out this fall are fiction. And I'll give you a little overview of The Unexpected Journeys of Lawrence Tyrone by A.K. Blackman. Reading from the back of the book, a hard-drinking divorced man, a broken down Harley, a strange detour to an unexpected future. Lawrence Tyrone lost his wife and doubled down on the bottle. When Tyrone's brother plans to marry his ex, he conspires to crash the wedding, but ends up destroying his own legal career instead. With nowhere left to turn, he impulsively tries out a Harley. Before he can even earn his license, he wrecks his ride, loses his car to a con man. Tyrone has lived a lifetime of indefensible behavior. Humiliated but still vengeful, can he shed his past with a little guidance from his street-smart motorcycle instructor and become the man he was always meant to be? The Unexpected Journeys of Lawrence Tyrone is filled with wry humor and ironic twists, the story of an entitled man who never expected the curveballs thrown at him that derailed his life or the journeys he would have to take in order to put it back together. Finally described as a soul-searching misadventure. Some exciting things in the works for The Unexpected Journeys of Lawrence Tyrone. I don't want to speak before everything's done, but we're looking at integrating this book into a number of high-end hotel chains on the bedside tables at the request of a company that facilitates just that. So if you're staying in some nice hotels on the Eastern Seaboard or perhaps the California coast, look to the right of your bed and perhaps you'll find The Unexpected Journeys of Lawrence Tyrone there sometime after November 21st. Following that great release, we've got Lily Barlow, The Mystery of Jane Doe by Carla Brugott, another fiction title. And this one, of a different nature, it's sort of a coming-of-age story of Lily Barlow, who models herself after Stephanie Plum from the Janet Ivanovich series, if you're familiar with that. Sort of a coming-of-age sleuth book where she's trying to uncover the mystery, and the Jane Doe tie-in essentially is that she discovers what's called the Doe Network, DOE, which has all of the registries of dead bodies that have not been identified. So by day or by night, she's going through the Doe Network and trying to solve mysteries. By day, she's taking over the family bakery, hence the Jane Doe, D-O-U-G-H connection. And you can see in this case, the cover of the book was designed by our team, and this is the first book that we did a hand-drawn illustration for the cover with this skull created out of baked goods. Something that we're really proud of, a book that I personally am currently in the middle of reading and enjoying thoroughly on my off time from the publishing world, and hope to share this with you, look forward to sharing this with you December 4th. So December 4th, we've got Lily Barlow, The Mystery of Jane Doe, hitting bookstore shelves wherever books are sold. And last but certainly not least, to wrap up this fall release season, we've got A Working Mother's GPS by Atara Malak. This is a guide to parenting success for the modern working mom. And Atara would know. She has a number of children while navigating a successful career and basically trying to figure out a system to make it all work without the train flying off the tracks. You can see here from the back of the book, if you've ever felt road weary from trying to navigate new and difficult stages of parenting while also steering your career in the right direction, you know the stresses of the modern working mom. Nagging, guilt about the kids, inadequacy about not investing enough at work, and stress that can spiral out of control. But this constant struggle of juggling home and work is no longer has to define who you are. And in Atara's Working Mother's GPS, you'll get a unique time-tested system that's not only based on universal rules of the road, but also that gives you practicality and flexibility on how to implement them with your family and within your career. So please do check out A Working Mother's GPS, a guide to parenting success for the modern working mom, coming out December 6th and capping off our fall 2018 release season. So with that, I've got a special surprise to share for you that everybody who's watching this now live or at a later date, you should see just below this video a link to download our fall 2018 sampler. Our fall 2018 sampler contains the first chapter and in many cases the table of contents for each of the books that we just described here and that we're publishing this fall. So if anything caught your eye, taking a look back through this wild publishing season of releases that we've got here, then go ahead and grab the fall 2018 sampler and start digging into the first chapter on any and all of these books. I should also point out that since some of these books are coming out as soon as next week and this month, others are still a few months out, but all of these books are available for pre-order now wherever books are sold, whether that's online on Amazon or going into a store and making a request. These books are all being distributed throughout the United States and North America, even into the UK and Europe. So if anything does catch your eye, there's nothing preventing you from going and pre-ordering the book and or getting in touch with one of these authors directly through myself, my team, or simply online. A great many of them make themselves available and accessible because heck, as an author, you want to get your message out there. You want to share what you've put together and what you have to share with the world. And that includes communicating with people that you haven't met in places you've never been. So this isn't just me previewing all of the books that we're publishing this fall. This is also an invitation to get to know some new exciting people and get to learn some new useful practical strategies and to start to integrate those into your life, your work, your relationships, your career, and perhaps as well for you to meet and form some type of a relationship, whether that's professional or ultimately perhaps personal too, with the authors of the books that we're publishing this fall. So download the sampler. You'll find a link wherever you're watching this video below, now or in the very, very soon, very immediate future, and enjoy what we've put together for you for this fall 2018 release season. With that, I'm going to cut this broadcast and the replay is available online on Facebook. And if you're in our community and you get our emails already, you'll get a replay link to watch all of this. It's been a pleasure to share our fall 2018 release schedule with you. And I hope to have your support in supporting each of these wonderful authors whose books we have the honor of publishing this fall 2018. Let's make it real, make some improvements in all of our lives, and be better for it. So once again, I'm Jesse Krieger, founder and publisher for Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Press. We are the publisher for the passionate, and I'll see you soon to your success.